How's it going, Troops? Dawn here, and I know I've not uploaded any content recently, so today I'm going to be giving you a double whammy of content. We're going to be going over the equipment that we know so far available in Call of Duty Ghosts and the camos that are supposedly going to be available in Ghosts as well. The camos, the source that I know for these camos are from the Call of Duty Wikia page, so definitely go check it out on Call of Duty Wikia. If you go on the Call of Duty Ghost section part and you scroll down, you can see where it says camos and all that. First of all, we're going to go over these equipment, and first things first is that so far I've not seen any sign of a tactical insertion. I've not seen anything like that, so I don't know whether the tactical insertion has been removed or what. I mean, how would infected play out? So maybe the tactical insertion will only be available in infected mode. We'll have to wait and see. So what we're going to be covering the lethals first. So first up, we've got the C4, and some of these images are blurry, so I do apologise. But here we can see it just says C4, and it's just like what a normal C4 would do. You know, it's a plastic explosive device that you just toss out, and you know, you can toss it out far. You can. It's a pretty good range, and it does good damage on impact. Also, you can double tap X, or you can double tap the square button to detonate the C4 rather than using the detonator itself. Next up, we've got a new piece of equipment. Now this is called the canister bomb, and the range in which you toss it is really low, so it's only for close quarter engagement. So if you know, if you're like outside of a room and you know that there's a few people camping in there, or they're just setting up for sniper spots, you can just toss this thing in. It's got high damage, it's pretty good, but it's only for close quarter engagement. So you know, if you're looking to toss something out on the flag or something, you know, then I guess you could run lightweight on marathon or whatever to help get yourself to the flags. But I mean, it's not used wisely. It's only used if people are, you know, in sniper spots, or you know, if they're in rooms and you want to take them out. Next up, we got the standard frag grenade. So it's just like a normal frag grenade. You can either toss it out and you'll time down and just explode. So you can roll down surfaces so it's not straight. And also you can cook the frag, so rather than tossing in a window and allowing time for your enemies to escape before it blows up, you can just cut the grenade, toss it, and then it could kill them instantly. So you know, it's pretty good for that. Next up, we've got a new piece of equipment. It's called the IED, and it's similar to the Semtex. It is, where it can stick to surface and it will detonate shortly after deploying it. So I don't know whether it's going to have an advantage over the Semtex or disadvantage. But it seems similar over it, so it seems pretty weird. It almost looks like a little backpack. Next up, here we've got the Semtex now. Now, for the first time in a long time, we see that the Semtex has got a new look to itself. It almost looks like a water bottle. So maybe it could have an advantage over a frag grenade in terms of radius, or maybe the radius has changed, but it's the same as the Semtex has always been. You stick it to any surface, and shortly after it will detonate. And finally, this is the last piece of equipment that we know, and that is the throwing knife. The throwing knife will return, which is, I mean, it's got to be in there. Come on, you know, you got to have some kind of bladesman weaponry to toss at your foe. So you know, like we have the tomahawk, we've had the throwing knife, but the throwing knife does return, and it has a different look to it this time. It looks something similar to what Black Ops 2 knives are. So you know, it doesn't look too much like it. It looks more like the normal throwing knife that we love and sometimes hate. So also, you know, if the throwing knife wasn't in there, then how would infected mode work? You know, you need a throwing knife. So the throwing knife's quite cool. And also, if you acquire the Juggernaut Maniac, you automatically equip a throwing knife. So you not only do you have a knife and you run around like a madman, but you also have a throwing knife to toss out. So those are all the lethals that I know about so far. Moving on to some of the tacticals. Here we see the motion sensor is returning, and it's got a different form to itself. It looks more like a Bouncing Betty, but it's just like the motion sensor that we know back in Modern Warfare 3, where it was named the portable radar, and back in Black Ops, which was named the motion sensor. So see, you just toss it down anywhere, and it'll have a little radius, a little proximity radius, and if any enemies come in that proximity, then it'll show up as a red dot, unless they have the counter perk, like back in Modern Warfare 3 it was Assassin that countered this. Back in Black Ops it was Hacker Pro that countered this. So unless they have the counter perk, in which it won't show up at all. So you know, it's kind of quite useful for S&D, but chances are there'll be a lot of people that would use you know, the counter perk anyway. So Unless it's not that overused, we have to wait and see. Moving on, we've got the standard concussion grenade. It's just what a normal concussion grenade is. You just toss it out and it won't arm itself until it hits the surface, so it's not like a flashbang where you toss out in the air and it'll, you know, after a second or two it'll arm itself and boom, a flash will go off. You know, it has to hit some kind of surface, whether it be an enemy or whether it be you know, a wall, a ceiling or anything. What it does is it stuns and disorientates the enemy, so you know, it just slows them down. It doesn't blind them that much. Well, it does blind them, but not too much. Next up, I don't have an image for this, and that is the 9-bang grenade. It's basically a revamped version of the flash grenade, except the longer you hold it down, so the longer you cook it, a bit like a frag grenade, then the more flashes it will give out when you toss it. So it's like a little circle on the crosshairs, and each part of the circle will light up red the longer you hold it down. So once the full circle is completely red and you toss it out, it will give out a load of flashes, and not only that, it will EMP and stun for a short time the enemy itself. So there's that. Next up, we have the trophy system. It looks to be exactly like Modern Warfare 3 rather than Black Ops 2, where you just deploy it wherever you are rather than tossing it out. So I don't have an image for that, but we've seen what it looks like. There's been some images going around. So, and finally, the last piece of equipment in the tactical slot is a new piece of equipment. Now, sounds weird, it does, knowing that it's in the tactical slot, but I think from the description of it, it just seems quite correctly, I guess. And this is called the thermobaric grenade. Now obviously a baric and thermo is to do with heat and air, so the description for this is fuel and air grenade that creates a large but low damage blast radius, ignores and weakens armor. So I'm guessing this is going to be perfect to counter the Juggernaut. So you know, if there's a Juggernaut maniac running around, or you know, a normal Juggernaut with that death machine kind of thing, you know, and you want to, you know, take it out quickly, then I guess that if you go up close to the Juggernaut and you toss out, it'll weaken its armor a lot. So it does say low damage blast radius, but the radius is large, so you know, maybe if there's like 2 of them in the same area, you can basically weaken both of them in one grenade. So pretty good. So that's all the equipment that we know so far. Like I said, there's no tactical insertions been mentioned, so I don't know how effective it's going to play out. So next up, we're going to be moving on to the supposed camos in Call of Duty Ghosts. So first up, we're going to be covering the camos you unlock through Clan Wars. So these are like the camos you unlock in Clan Wars, so it's a separate thing, I guess that is. So the first camo is Blue Tiger, so we know what Blue Tiger looks like. Next up is Red Tiger. Next up, the camo is Wasp. Next camo is called Pink. Next up is a camo called Flecton. Next up is Tribal. The penultimate camo for Clan Wars is Veteran. And finally, the last camo is called Ghost, and the pattern is Digital Glow. So, could this camo glow? Now, if you pre-order Call of Duty Ghosts and you've got, you know, the camo for Black Ops 2, you've got the background calling card, you've got the reticles. If you look on the reticles, they appear to glow a whitey colour, so maybe that's like a sneak peek of what the camo could be like in Clan Wars. So maybe, you know, the white colour glows while the rest, you know, just sink into, you know, the actual weapon itself. Next up, we're going to be going over the camos in the multiplayer side, so this is properly online. And again, all of these camos are from the Call of Duty wiki, so I've not made these up. These are actually on a website, so I don't know whether they got a sneak peek and they know what the camos are or what. Also, to go along with me talking over the camos, I've done a Google search and trying to find something that's similar to the description of what these things are. So I've tried to find out what we could be expecting for these camos. The requirements for all these that we know so far are headshots, so it's just like Modern Warfare 2 where you had to get headshots for, you know, camos. After 5 headshots, you unlock the woodland camo, so that's green, tan, brown and black, and the pattern is woodland. At 10 headshots, you unlock the marine camo. These are green, brown, black and beige colours, and the pattern is digital, so I like digital camos, pretty awesome. At 25 headshots, you unlock desert camo. This is tan, brown, beige, so you know, the normal desert, typical thing, and the pattern again is desert. At 50 headshots, you unlock Arctic, and it's white and black, but it's not like the Arctic camo we know back from Modern Warfare 2, no. The pattern is spots, so it's got a spotty kind of pattern to it, so it's a bit different. At 75 headshots, you unlock the Navy camo, which is blue, grey, white and black, and it's digital again. And I like this camo, this seems pretty cool. At 100 headshots, you unlock Urban, which is black, white and grey, and it's a woodland pattern. At 150 headshots, you unlock the Fall camo, which is orange, red, yellow, brown, so what we've seen similar to Modern Warfare 2. And that again, that's a woodland pattern. At 200 headshots, you unlock the Tiger camo. Now it's not like Tiger that we know, like Red Tiger or Blue Tiger. It's not the Tiger that we know from Black Ops. This is different colours. These are yellow, green, olive and black. So try to find something similar to that. And again, that's a Tiger pattern. At 300 headshots you unlock the Hex camo. Now I've tried to find a different image from a Hex from Modern Warfare 3, so I found a different image, and the image I found looks pretty awesome, so definitely a lot better than the one in game on Modern Warfare 3. The colours are black, grey and teal, and the pattern is Hex. At 400 headshots you unlock the Rust camo. That's red, grey, white and orange, and the pattern is digital. At 500 headshots you unlock the digital camo. That's black, grey, dark grey, and you know, well, the name gives it away, so obviously the pattern's going to be digital. At 750 headshots you unlock the urban number 2 camo, which is dark red, yellow, red and black, so it's an ERDL pattern to the camo. And finally it looks like gold's been replaced by a different camo. This time it's silver, so you know, silver camo, well it could be possible. So the requirement for this is unknown. We don't know how to obtain this, so the pattern is metal plated, obviously because silver is a metal, and yeah, it's still unknown. So silver be replacing gold. Now I don't know what to make of that. I don't like gold, I don't like diamond, and I don't think I'm gonna like silver, but you know, I mean, something different at least. You know, with diamonds it was something different, so you know, I guess silver can be quite cool, I guess. And finally you unlock at Prestige 10 is custom camo. So I don't know whether to believe this or not. The colours are all colours but many patterns, so it's not like you can fully customise your own, you know, your own camo. You know, you're given a set of patterns and you can choose the colours on them. So it's what I said in the previous video. You know, if that was true, then you know, maybe they have patterns rather than you creating your own emblem, because we don't want to see sexual content all over your weapon, you know, or over the enemy's weapon, because that's just really, you know, it's annoying. So moving on to the custom camos, I'm going to go over this really quickly. So the first one is ABU or ABU camo. Next up is ATAX, that we know from Black Ops 2. Next up is Desert, then it's Digital, then Dots, then DPM, then DPNU, then ERDL, then Hazard, Hex, Lizard, Marsh, Multicam, Splinter, Tiger, Tribal and Woodland. So those are all the camouflage patterns you can choose from the custom thing, and because it says all colours, I guess you can choose any colour on them. So if these camos are truly legit and they're true, then it does seem pretty cool, and I'm not gonna lie, you know, I think this is gonna be quite good. So I hope you did enjoy this little video, guys. Like I said, double whammy because you know I haven't uploaded recently, and you know, I've been having a fun time, you know, learning all the camos and you know, going over weapons and all that. It does seem pretty cool. If you did enjoy the video, guys, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you've come across this video and you have not subscribed, do subscribe. I'll be giving you more content and talking over about more stuff that we know and that we're going to expect from Call of Duty Ghosts come November time. In the next video that I'll be covering about Ghosts, I'll be talking about the attachments that we know, and I'll give you a little bit of a teaser. There are 2 types of select fire that I've seen, so it does seem pretty weird. And until the next video, I'll see you later, troops. Peace.